The Euros starts this Friday, so in this video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be predicting the Euros 2020. Well, 2021 now, because something happened last year and it meant that we couldn't enjoy football at all.
Oh, dab on them!
Now I'm going to be completely honest with you boys, I've sort of fallen out of love the tiniest bit with football over this past season. There was just something going on with the team that I support, Wigan Athletic, where some Chinese businessman took over the club, tried to run it into the ground and then bet against us getting relegated and sold up, leaving us in administration, but I'm not bitter about it. I'll be using this tournament predictor to predict all of the results during the Euros. I'll leave a link to this down in the description. So lads, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel because we are going to be doing live watch-alongs on YouTube starting this Friday. Be there or go out with your mates instead, but either way, just come Friday. I'll be doing a live watch along. Drop a like on this video if you enjoy it. Over 5 likes is your target, and comment down below with the winner of the Euros in your opinion and if you agree or disagree with anything. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we're going to be starting off with Group A, which consists of Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, Italy. Now, without going any further here, any further, I already know that this is going to be a controversial video. I think to start off with Group A, please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. 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 I'm sorry, Wales. You're going bottom of the group, man. Now, don't get me wrong, yeah. Wales had a really good Euros run last time round, but looking at some of the recent fixtures, the results have been a bit all over the place. They drew 0-0 against Albania just 2 days ago. They drew with a 10-man Republic of Ireland during October time as well. And I just think in comparison, Switzerland, Turkey and Italy are all better than those teams that I've just said. So unfortunately, Wales are going to be going bottom, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Next up, though, is going to be Turkey. Now, I know that Turkey have got some decent players. Obviously, they've got Canaloglu, they've got Yilmaz as well, who's been doing absolute bits in Liga 1. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think that Turkey are going to really do anything. I'm going to be honest, these two could completely change either or. It doesn't really matter too much because moving into the second position, I'm going to go into Switzerland. They've had some really good results in the run-up to the Euros, and they've got some really good players as well. You've got people like Sabitzer, Xhaka. Probably not the best at the minute, but I do think that Switzerland have a really good chance of doing well in this group. And in addition to that as well, I think Italy are going to go top. I think Italy could go a very long way in this competition as well. Right, that's the hard part out of the way. Group B. I mean, straight off the bat, I'm sorry, man. Finland, I just don't see you really doing anything. Finland as a national team this year haven't won a game this year. So what else can I say? Like, I think that pretty much sums it up. Next up though is going to be Russia. Boys, please don't go sick at me. I'm sorry. I just think that between Belgium and Denmark, out of the pair of them, I do think that Denmark could actually do pretty decent during this competition. Likewise with Belgium as well. Now I know that Belgium, they're a bit similar to England, that they don't really gel that well, but I still think that they could do really well this competition. Next up is going to be Group C. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. Didn't even know they were in the competition, I'm not going to lie. Between both Austria and Ukraine, they've really not performed well at all this year. And to be honest with you, I don't really feel like there's any standout players between either of these teams. So I'm just going to... You could change these wherever you want to, but I think Ukraine are going to be going out of the pair. And then that obviously leaves Netherlands at the top, like, obviously.
We are made of rules.
Group D. What do I have to say about the... Obviously, this is the group that England are going to be in, so I'm going to be, obviously, the tiniest bit biased with this. But overall, I think with this competition, I don't think that England are going to be the front runners for me. Now, I know that everyone in the nan in England at the minute goes, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home. We scraped through the World Cup, man, and got swatted by Croatia. Now the hard part about this is do I put Scotland bottom or do I put Czech Republic bottom? Now I've already offended Wales, so let's just go for Czech Republic bottom, Scotland third, Croatia second, England top. Oh god, I'm sorry. I know that I've got so many people who watch me who support both Rangers and Celtic, and they're not going to be happy. Group E looks pretty spicy, I can't lie. It does look pretty spicy. Now, out of all these, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I do think that Slovakia are going to be bottom of this group. Then third, I think Sweden haven't really been the same since Ibra stopped playing for him. They have got a tough first game as well against Spain, and I think Spain are just going to be completely dominant throughout a lot of this competition, which does sort of lead me into these next selections. I think Poland are going to be second in this group, with Spain being second. However, I feel like either one of those could change. Lewandowski or Lewandowski.
Yeah, we in Bayern, we have Robert Lewandowski. You know, Robert Lewandowski. And
he's ridiculous. Him as well. Zielinski's another one. There's a lot of good players for Poland at the minute. Likewise with Spain. They have been a bit all over the place in the recent years, but I think that if they're going to do anything at the minute, I think that this competition has to be the competition that Spain sort of take by the horns and charge forward, to be honest. Group F is probably the hardest group to predict out of all of these, so I'll get the easy one out the way. Hungary. You're going to be hungry for some bloody wins, because you're not getting anything in Group F, mate.
You know, Robert Lewandowski.
Now this is the really, really hard part to decide. It's where do Portugal, France and Germany go at the minute. Now Germany, it's not looking good for him at the minute. In the run-up to the competition, Germany have suffered some major losses. I'm just taking a look over here. They suffered a 2-1 loss against North Macedonia. I didn't even know North Macedonia were in the competition, and Germany have lost to them. And in the National League as well, they got absolutely tonked by Spain, 6-0. I just feel like it's not really been clicking too much for Germany anymore. And it makes me put them third, with Portugal second and France first. And those are all of my predictions right there. Scrolling down just the tiniest bit further, predict the 4 best third place teams out of all of these. So what I'm going to do is, oh god, this is going to be hard. I'm going to go Turkey, I'm going to go Scotland, I'm going to go Germany, and I'm going to go, Sweden. Now this leaves us with the knockout stages. I think out of Belgium and Sweden, for me, there is only one option. Belgium. Now, Roberto Martinez is still managing Belgium at the minute, and as a Wigan fan, I can speak really highly of him. Now, a lot of people always come out and select Roberto, and they always say, he took Wigan down. He did rubbish with Everton. He had a better positioning with Everton than Ancelotti, with less spend as well, let's not forget. With the Wigan team, he consistently kept them up season after season after season, and I do think that Belgium could have a really, really good competition, so that's my thought process behind that one. Italy and Ukraine, pretty easy one for me, Italy. France, Turkey, again, a really easy one, it's going to be France. Croatia and Poland is a really, really interesting one. Now, Croatia have got some really good players, but so have Poland. I feel like this could be a really, really interesting matchup, but out of the pair of them, I'm going to go Poland. Next up, you've got Spain v Scotland. I'm sorry, Scotland, you made it this far, I just can't do it anymore. England versus Portugal is, oh god, this is so difficult. Now, I want to be one of them people who believe in England, trust the process with England, but England have lied to me too many times, man. England are like that ex that you go back to who always say, oh, I can change, and it never happens. And you only realise years later that you've wasted so many times supporting them through thick and thin. I'm sorry, I've got to do it. I think even if I did put England through here, I think Spain would beat them anyway, so it is what it is. Netherlands and Germany, after everything that we've just spoke about with Germany, I'm going to go Netherlands with this one. And then Switzerland and Denmark, I'm actually going to put Denmark through on this one. And this is where things get even more interesting now. I feel like Belgium and Italy won't be the biggest game in the world. I don't know. I feel like Italy are very structurally sound at the back, whereas Belgium aren't. And I think that could really, really hinder Belgium. Now, don't get me wrong, I've just been singing Roberto Martinez's praises, but defensively, Wigan weren't the best. So I think from this one, I am going to put Italy through on this one. It's going to be, this is where the comments start coming. I'm ready for it. I've just got over all the bad comments from the team takedown with Capgun Tom. I can't wait for these comments. France versus Poland. Lewandowski, you might be good, but Mbappe's better.
Robert Lewandowski.
I don't even mean just Mbappe. Before everyone starts going sick about that, I just think that France as a unit have got better players, and I do think that they're going to do really, really well at this Euros. Obviously, they've got Lloris still playing for him. Mbappe, obviously. And just so many other players who make up that team. I just think that they are in with a very, very big chance of even winning this full tournament, to be honest. Next up. Spain versus Portugal could quite possibly be one of the best fixtures of this whole tournament. If it even went to Spain v Portugal in the final, somehow how the stars aligned and everyone went the complete opposite from how I think that they're going to perform, I think this could be really good.
Donut!
In addition to that as well, it will be played in Rome, and I just feel like the stage is set there, and there's only one team recently who have been able to perform at the biggest stage and do well. Please don't kill me, boys. And finally, whilst I do think that Denmark will have a good competition, I do think that Netherlands are going to just push past the tiniest bit better. So these are the semi-final results, as per my prediction. So between Italy and France, I think they're going to the final, boys. I genuinely can't see Mbappe having an excellent tournament and just carrying this whole French team. In addition to that, they've got so many decent players and they've been so good in the run-up to the Euros as well. Now, between Portugal and the Netherlands, I think that, to be honest, the Netherlands even being this far is a bit suspect. Over the years, the Netherlands haven't really performed too well at international competitions. They even went some competitions where they didn't even qualify. And I do feel like that Portugal are sort of the new kids on the block, there or thereabouts. Obviously, they do have Cristiano Ronaldo, who will be pulling the majority of them with them again. And I think that means that Portugal have to go through to the final, the boys.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Which leaves us with these two teams above me. Oh, God. This is going to be my final prediction, boys. I feel like Kylian Mbappe is going to have an absolute blinder. However, I also feel like Cristiano Ronaldo will have an absolute blinder. He was ruled out of the last finals of the Euros, and I can imagine that that would absolutely kill him. Not being on the pitch for the final moments, I think it's a big thing for any footballer, and I feel like Cristiano Ronaldo will be out on a bit of a mission to redeem himself after the last Euros competition where he got injured. In addition to that, I feel like that the team's got 10 times better than they were last time round. They've had players coming through from breakthrough seasons like Bernardo Silva, Ruben Dias, who's had an amazing season for Manchester City. Like I said, I feel like Portugal have just got that 10 times better from the last final. If they could do it then, they can do it now. Boys, I hate to say it, Portugal are winning. So boys, this is how I think that the Euros is going to pan out. If you think that I'm chatting absolute wham, let me know down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed this different style of video, just drop a like on it. I will be doing a Euros Fantasy League within the Discord as well. So if you want to get involved in that, there will be an invite link in the description with 5 uses. It's all limited uses just to make sure that this is exclusive as possible. Lads, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like on it, boys. These are only my predictions, my opinion, man. Like, I want to hear yours, but keep it civil, boys. Just keep it civil. It's alright. It's alright. If I'm wrong, you can come to me in a month and go, Lewis, you're a knobhead. However, lads, that's where I'm going to be wrapping up this video. But this 96, Lewis, this has been my Euros 2021 predictions. And I am off. Goodbye.